Hi, Shane Bradley here. Today we're going to look at a few methods to make your computer run faster and more efficient. Before we do anything, we want to make a restore point. Right click on My Computer and go into your properties. In here we'll have an advanced system settings and go into system protection. Here you can create a system restore point. We'll go ahead and do this and we'll give it a name. It doesn't matter, we'll call it restore before making computer faster. The reason we make restore points is to have a safety net, just in case anything goes wrong. Now, with the few basic steps we're going to use today, we shouldn't need a restore point, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Once our restore point is created, we can close all these tabs down. If you're ever wondering how to get to a restore point, it's quite simple. Go into your Start menu, All Programs, go up to Accessories, and you'll find System Tools. In here is our System Restore. This will give you the option to restore any point that you have saved on your computer. Now there is no point in us restoring to this point right now, so we'll cancel this and we'll move on. The first thing we're going to look up is the disk cleanup. Again, Start, All Programs, Accessories, and we'll find this in System Tools. Disk cleanup gets rid of all the clutter that saves up on our computer. Temporary internet files, recycle bin, etc. etc. It takes a couple of minutes just to calculate what it can clean up. The longer it is left in between cleanups, the more space your computer will accumulate. This computer has not had a system cleanup or a disk cleanup in at least a year, so there should be a lot of space taken up. Now we'll take a look through. It's saying straight off the bat we can save 56 megabytes. That's nice, but there's a lot more things we can take off this. Offline web pages, that's another 50 megabytes. Debug dump files is huge, 445 megabytes. Recycle bin, 2.5. But as we go down, we can see some huge files. Temporary files makes up 24 gigs. That is a massive amount of space on your computer. So we'll click through these things. Don't click anything you're unsure of. But most things you'll be safe enough to use. Now, we're saving an average of around 25 gigs using this disk cleanup. That's a lot of space. The disk cleanup shouldn't take too long at all. It's probably the quickest part of this tutorial. Now, once our disk cleanup is done, the next step we're going to do is our disk defragmenter. Again, you'll find this in All Programs, Accessories, and System Tools. Our disk defragmenter had the ability to analyze our disk. Now, when we save anything, a document, a picture, a movie, it saves onto our hard disk. Our hard disk is split into clusters and sectors, but unfortunately, it doesn't save it to its most efficient. Although it does a very good job of this, it leaves a little few blank spaces. When we use a disk defragment, we take all the associated files, put them into their own little clusters and sectors. Once this happens, we save a lot of space. Now, a disk defragment can take a very long time. It takes far longer than a disk cleanup. Microsoft Windows designed the disk defragmenter to increase access speed by rearranging files stored on the disk. This defragmentation minimizes head travel, which reduces the time it takes to read files from and write files to the disk. Beginning with Windows XP, disk defragmenter also reduced its system startup times. The first recorded version of a disk defragmenter was the Disk Volume Organization Optimizer. It was shipped as early as the end of 1982 for the IBM PC-DOS operating system. It was used to defragment the 5.5-inch floppy disks that the machines used at that time. Each defragment is different. Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8 all have different types of defragmentation. The one you see before you right now is the Windows 7 one. It allows you to follow the defragmentation and the percentage that has been completed throughout. Things you should know about defragmentation is it will not defrag any files in the recycle bin or any files that are in use. This includes registry, page files and hibernation files. Now, that's our disk defragment completed. Our next step is to type msconfig into your start bar. This will bring up your system configurations. You can find a little tab called Startup. All of these tick boxes are showing what starts up with your computer when you first log into Windows. There is a lot of unnecessary clutter in here, and this is basically from saying yes to all these applications and downloading all this software. Take a scroll through it and untick everything you don't need to have at the startup. Be careful of internet security and all that, try to leave that on, but a lot of different things you really don't need. Read through it, see what annoys you when it starts up, and take it off. This will leave your startup far faster. Your disk defragment will leave your hard disk far cleaner, and your disk cleanup will give you a lot more space. These three things combined should make your computer far faster in the long run. Thank you for listening.